Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video. iOS 16 Beta 1 is here. It is a pretty good update with a bunch of new features and changes, but also new settings as well. So in this video, I will show you guys 16 settings on your iOS 16 device that you should turn off right now. Another thing you should do right now is leave a like on this video. That really helps out a lot, will help the video and the channel do much better, so make sure you smash the like button. Starting things off with a new setting that has been added to iOS 16, and that can be found under Sounds and Haptics. You go here, you will have keyboard feedback. Now we used to have sounds for keyboards, now we have haptics. Now this is pretty cool, I've tried it. I've turned it off for myself. It's not for me. I don't really enjoy it that much, but it's kind of cool. It will give you haptic feedbacks when you're typing on the keyboard. But this will also consume a lot of battery because the haptic engine, the vibration is working all the time when you're typing. And if you type a lot, that will kill the battery of your iPhone. I suggest you go ahead and turn this off. Now there is a setting that a lot of the people have been asking for. So when you're on a phone call, you press the side button, it will hang up the call. Now you will have the option to actually turn that off. So you go to settings, accessibility, go to touch. You can see right here you have lock to end call. That means that now you can switch off that feature. Of course, a lot of people prefer to have this feature turned off, so you can go ahead and turn it off from here. Now with iOS 16, Apple has also added live captions. Now you can enable or disable those by going to accessibility, and right here we'll have live captions, but you can see it says beta. So of course this is a beta software and this is a beta feature. So I don't suggest you keep this on for now. If you don't actually need it, make sure you go ahead and turn off live captions because it's not only stable, it will also consume a lot of battery. So make sure you go ahead and turn off live captions, of course, if you don't really need it. Next up, we're moving to Siri and search, and we have automatically send messages. Now right here we'll have the option to let Siri automatically send a response. Now you can see right here it says Siri will automatically send the messages unless you cancel them or ask to change. Now you can accidentally send a message you don't want to, so I suggest you go ahead and keep this off. Under the focus settings right here we have focus status. Now this is different with iOS 16. You will now have toggles for each and every one of the focus modes that you have on your device. So every focus mode that you create will have their own button right here. You can go ahead and switch off the status for focuses, of course, that you don't want people to know when you have them turned on. So I suggest you go ahead and do that. Of course, you will have a few maybe focus modes that you don't want people to know. Just go ahead and turn this off. Moving on to notifications. Now under notifications right here, you will have screen sharing notifications. Make sure you have these turned off. Now what this does is that it allows notifications to pop up on the screen of your device when you're sharing, Shareplay, or mirroring the screen of your iPhone. That might be really risky. You might have some notifications you don't want to have there, so go ahead and turn that off. A new setting can be found also under Safari. So if you go to Safari, go to extensions, you will have share across devices. Now this allows for the extensions that you have on one device to share across all of your devices. Now of course every device has a specific thing. Now if you have two iPhones, that can be cool, but if you have an iPhone and an iPad and a Mac, you probably don't need to have the same extensions on every device. You can go ahead and turn it off from here. Moving on to notes. Now this one is really cool. I really recommend that you change this setting. So the default will be use custom password. Now you will have to set a custom password in order to lock one of your notes. But now you can switch to use device passcode, and this will allow for your device to use the passcode that you use to unlock your device in order to lock and unlock notes. And of course you can even use Face ID as well, but the ability to lock the notes with the same password that you lock your device is amazing. Now creating a custom passcode for notes is really terrible. You will most of the time just lose them, forget about them. With this feature you can just go ahead and do that with a passcode that you use for your device. With iOS 16, Apple has introduced this new feature right here on the home screen that actually allows you to just go ahead and open the Spotlight search directly from here. Now, I find myself a lot of times just pressing that by accident, and I'm used to the alt gestures to invoke the spotlight search simply by swiping down. So what I would suggest you do, if you want to remove that, go ahead and go to your settings, go to the home screen settings, disable show spotlight, and you're good to go. You're back to the old style. And here we have some older settings, but they are really important as well. First of all, under FaceTime, Shareplay, you can enable it here, and then you will have Shareplay automatically. Now, whenever you're playing something on music or TV in this case, it will be shared automatically with Shareplay, of course, if you're talking to someone. You don't want that to happen. You can invoke Shareplay anytime you want. Now it's easier than ever. You don't want that to happen automatically. You might have something maybe listening or watching that you don't want to share with everyone, so you can just go ahead and turn these off. Under accessibility, go right here into Siri and make sure you have disabled always listen for the hey word. This will consume a ton of battery on your device. This is really a feature that will consume a lot of battery, and especially when you're using a beta, you want to turn that off, not have it enabled, because it's a real battery drainer. Also, head on to the general settings and go to background app refresh. Make sure to turn off as much of these as possible. So just choose the apps you don't actually need to be refreshing the background, and make sure you have them turned off. This will save a ton of battery, which is much needed on a beta version. Always make sure to check your notifications. Notifications play a big role when it comes to battery life. So check the notifications for each of the apps that you have installed. You have apps that you don't need notifications for, go ahead and completely turn them off. Or what you can do is also send them to the scheduled summary, but don't keep immediate notifications for most of the apps. Another battery drainer, rise to wake. That's a feature that probably you don't need. You go to display and brightness here. You will have rise to wake, which basically wakes up the screen of your iPhone whenever you take it out of your pocket or lift it up from a table. Go ahead and turn it off from here. Something really annoying, in-app pop-ups asking you to rate their app. Go to settings, app store, and right here you will find in-app ratings and reviews. Make sure you go ahead and turn this off so you don't get annoyed by those pop-ups which are asking you all the time to review their app or leave a comment. And last but not least, we're moving to the mail settings. Go to your accounts and go to fetch new data right here. Now what you need to do is switch from push to fetch, and you can do that simply by disabling push right there, and then you will have manually, hourly, every 30 minutes or 15 minutes. This is known to be a big battery saver. Changing from push to fetch is a real battery saver, so make sure to do that. You can of course choose like here every 30 minutes, so you don't have to worry about that. Every 30 minutes you will get your notifications. So that's it for this video, guys. These are 16 iOS 16 settings that you should change on your device. Turn them off right now. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.